Things are heating up in the WNBA right now, largely off the court, after Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham voiced support for banning transgender girls and women in female sports in a recent ESPN interview. Then doubling down.
When it comes just to protecting young girls in sport and women in sport, I feel very strongly about that.
Protests popped up outside her next game against the Seattle Storm, both in support and against her. Other fans wore T-shirts printed with XX and XY chromosomes on them. Cunningham and the Fever went on to win that game, but not before Seattle Storm co-owner Celeste Keaton got into it with fans who were holding signs supporting Cunningham. A day later, Keaton was suspended from going to the team's next 5 home games and fined an undisclosed amount by the league. The team apologizing to fans for the confrontation. Then at Sunday's game in Minnesota, Lynx coach Cheryl Reeve let her shirt do the talking with "Trans Kids Belong" written on it. She and Cunningham speaking on the court before the game. Keeping things civil, Reeve addressing the conversation with the press afterward.
I think both of us understand that we have platforms, and we both talked about wanting to, more than anything, educate. It was nice to be in person for sure.
And Cunningham's teammate, superstar Caitlin Clark, played it diplomatic in response to the controversy.
It's not really a discussion we really have in our locker room.
But it's not preventing tons of less civil chatter online.
So let's get something straight. Sophie Cunningham can make publicly transphobic comments, triple down on them, and continue to play without facing any real consequences.
Of course, it's not the first time sports have clashed with the political arena. When some players take stands, a firestorm can follow.
Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, get that son of a off the field right now, out, he's fired.
So keep the political commentary to yourself, or as someone once said, shut up and dribble.
He is not vaccinated. That is a stunner. That is a bombshell. I've got some strong opinions.
But the debate in the WNBA is all coming to a head as the country grapples with the rights of transgender and female athletes. An NBC News poll shows most Americans oppose trans women competing in female sports. But supporters say bans on trans athletes, especially in youth sports, encourage bullying, discrimination, and even violence, and that trans people represent an extremely small percentage of competitors across all levels. A number of leagues recently taking action, the NCAA changing its policy last year, effectively barring trans athletes by limiting competition in women's sports to those assigned female at birth. And the International Olympic Committee this year saying only, quote, biological females can compete starting with the 2028 LA Games. The WNBA does not have a specific policy on transgender athletes. In 30 years, the league, there have been no known players that transition from male to female. Ahead of tonight's game, Cunningham saying the focus should be on the action on the court.
I just hate how the basketball of it all is just getting overshadowed.
The spotlight is on women's sports more than ever before, raising the stakes for all involved.
And Yasmin, the debate isn't really just at the professional sports level, right? More than half of the states, mostly red, are also passing laws banning or restricting transgender athletes, and even more states are considering bans at the youth level as well.
Yeah, I mean, voters in Washington state, for instance, Tom, home to the Seattle Storm, of course, they are weighing a similar ballot initiative in the fall. If, in fact, that passes, that's going to mandate healthcare professionals, healthcare providers to certify youth players and their sex assigned at birth. But you got critics saying, for instance, if this passes, what could happen? What could come from that? There could be potentially invasive genetic screening, testosterone level testing, or even exams of, quote unquote, reproductive anatomy. So a lot of back and forth and controversy surrounding all of this, Tom.
It's a hot topic. Yasmin, thank you very much.
We thank you for watching. And remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.